person, is it possible he doesn't do twice at least? If I offer you ice cream, if I offer you lunch, and you are generous, you are kareem, you are buzurgwar, you are agha, it's not possible. You will not feel free until you give me something more. Imagine the generous people among your family, you know, the kareem people. Don't we believe Imam Zaman knows each and every single of us? And don't we believe he watches us? And don't we believe he will compensate something? Why don't we become fan of him? Why don't? We are not really. Imagine yourself and compare with the fan of teams and fan of politicians. I give you 3 examples. I'm fan of religious because I believe all of you belong to either of 3 or all of them. It means some of you are really fan of some teams, fighting and killing yourself because of that. So imagine yourself and see you are not fan of Imam Zaman. Or you are fan of some politician. You spend time, it is the time of exams, but you spend time for that politician because, you know, your propaganda on the Facebook is going on, so you need to talk. Or you are fan of some scholars. Anybody is here not fan of any of these 3? I think everybody is like that. But we are not fan of our Imam. Giving the answer of that question and also elaborating on my point, there was one very important story. Maybe many of you haven't heard that. One person from Iran at time of Mutawakkil Abbasi, and it is the time of Imam Mahdi ﷺ. He was a normal person. He came to Baghdad with a group of tujjar, traders, because he was very brave man and he had good speaking skills. So there were some tax on that city. People told him to come and help us to discuss, negotiate with Mutawakkil and ask him to come down and get us, let's pay less than this. And then they came to Baghdad. Now imagine this is the palace of Mutawakkil. There were some crowd. So they asked what's happening. They told him that the great person of Rafizi people, is called by Mutawakkil today. So we are watching what's happening because we think Mutawakkil wants to kill him today. The great of Rawafiz, you know, Rawafiz are us when some of the Wahhabis or Sunnis, some of them, they call us Rawafiz. Rawafiz means out of religion. Like we say Khawarij, the same concept. So he was also not from our religion. He said, okay, I just stand to see what's happening. And people are in 2 lines, and Imam Mahdi ﷺ is riding the horse. He is looking the horse only, not paying attention, and he just comes. Then he said, I saw him from far, and suddenly, his love came to my heart. Something happened. You see someone for first time, but you love him unintentionally. Just drops to your heart. And he said, when I saw him, I started praying for him in my heart that may Allah protect him from Mutawakkil. Mutawakkil is very zalim, cruel person. May Allah protect him. He looks good. In my heart, I was praying. Like imagine he's here and this is the door. Imam Mahdi is brought by people on his horse slowly. He said when Imam was not looking, he was just looking forward. But once he arrived to me, he turned his face to me and said, may Allah accept your dua and give you great money and children, awlad, and grant you long life. And he passed. And the guy was fainted. How he knows me? He fainted and Imam went. And Imam was protected by Allah. The dua of this person was accepted. So Mutawakkil did not do anything to Imam. Later on, they asked him, why you become Shia? He said, this is story, and he said, I become believer to the person whom I did not know, but he read my heart and my sincere and secret dua to Allah first. And second, he prayed for me. Now I am more than 70 years, I'm healthy, I am the richest person in my city. In my home, only in my home, I have 1 million golden coins. Forget about the rest of gardens and everything I have. Only in my home I have this much, and I have 10 children. All is because of the dua of someone whom I did not know, and he knew what I did in my heart. How can I not believe in him? He was not Shia, he was not believer to Imam. We do believe if anyone, let's say Christian, let's say no religious, anyone prays for Imam Zaman. Anyone. He is the son of Imam Mahdi. Imam will pray for him. Should not be become fan of this generous and kareem and agha person. Let's change our style a little bit. This is the core of religion and iman, if you understand it. What to do for that? I give you, by the name of Panchtan Park, I give you 5 normal, similar, and simple things to do. Suggestions. You can do 10 and more, but I give you very simple thing, 5. Number 1. Some of you have heard from me some of these, but I know some brothers are new, so I repeat some. Number 1. Try to live with Imam Zaman alayhi salam. Live. Live, L-I-V-E. Try to live with him. Every day when you wake up, don't start your day without calling him and saying salam to him. Salam alaykum mawla. I love you. Wherever you are, may Allah protect you. In your own language. In Urdu, Punjabi, Pashto, Balti, whatever is your mother language, the language that you are, feel free. Talk to him in that language. Don't start any day of your life, except talking to your Imam. Is it from me? No, it's not from me. It's not invention, it's not bid'ah. It is the style of Shia people all the time. And real Muslims all the time. I give you the example. Everybody knows him, Uwais Qarani, who did not meet Rasulullah ever, and he was not living far from Rasulullah. With his heart, he was with Rasulullah. Even they said, when Rasulullah was in Medina, and it was time of Azan, he could hear the Azan of Bilal, almost 1,000 kilometers away. But it's not about this year, it's about the heart, and it's about every single day he was with Rasulullah. But he did not meet him. Okay, we are in time of Ghaiba, we don't meet Imam Zaman. Is it barrier? No. Always his role model. And many others are role model. This is number 1.